Hello there! Today I'll be taking a look at the new LEGO Star Wars Rebel U-Wing Starfighter. This dropped on May the 1st. This LEGO set is 594 pieces and retails for $69.99 USD. In my description to this video, you will find an affiliate link to purchase this LEGO set. Using that link will throw a few bucks my way and help support my channel. And I just really appreciate it. Before I get started though, thanks so much to LEGO for sending this set over to me for review. As always, all thoughts and opinions are my own. This is actually a LEGO set that I want to buy because I would like to have a sealed copy for my collection. I just watched the Andor season 2 and series finale this Tuesday. Let me know if you guys watched it too. No spoilers here for the show, but that is the media that this LEGO set is based on. I just loved the show so much. Truly, I think that Rogue One and Andor have been like the most top tier Star Wars media we have ever gotten. Perfectly written, directed, produced, and acted, and just everything in all of Star Wars. That is, of course, my opinion. My opinion is not up for debate. But if you disagree with me, feel free to write about it in your journal. Back to this LEGO set though. A closer look at this box art, since this is an 8+ set. Front of the box shows the ship flying through space. It looks neat, but my favorite part is actually the back side where it's clearly in landing mode. There's some kind of, shootout scene happening, but there's Yavin in the background. Like, how pretty does the pyramid look? Here's the instruction booklet. This is what the sticker sheet looked like. It wasn't the most painful thing ever, and I'll point out where all these stickers went throughout the build. There are 4 minifigures included in this set. Let's take a closer look. First up, we have the ISB agent, just a generic guy, I guess. Great prints throughout the figure here. Actually, pretty straightforward. This is a good figure. Then there's Dedra Miro. Unfortunately, cannot say the same. I mean, the torso does look great, but the print on the legs is not done well. Like, the white just looks too see-through. Dual molded should have 100% been the way to go here. This is a main supporting character in this show. This is probably the only Andor set we're going to get if we're following the same theme as season 1, where we only got the ambush on Ferric set. So kind of a bummer because Dedra could have been a perfect minifigure. I do love the hair piece that they included her bun because she is in fact not bald. Sometimes with characters like this, they just put the hat over it and call it a day. And I think the face prints that they chose for this character are pretty spot on. Next here is Cassian Andor in a new outfit, a gray shirt with a brown vest over it. This minifigure gets printed legs, a belt detail, also some print details on the back side of his torso. I do love the face prints they gave him. I think these have been previously used for the Rogue One sets, but on a more appropriate skin tone. But I just love this smirk, such a Diego Luna Cassian smirk. And finally, a K2SO minifigure. I'm so happy to finally have a K2 in my collection. This appears to be the same mold as the previous K2 that was in Krennic's shuttle, but he has some upgraded printing here on his chest. Look at how sharp the Imperial logos look on his shoulders. I think that's really great. Overall, this is a pretty solid minifigure lineup. All right, so I do not own the previous U-Wing from 2016 that was based on the Rogue One movie to compare this one to, but I may bring up some of those differences throughout this video to the best of my recollection and try to throw up pictures when I can. So let's get into this U-Wing itself. I think it looks really great. It was actually a very fun and satisfying build. When I say satisfying, I mean that it's just really nice when things come together and how they come together. It's highly swooshable, like super swooshable, especially when you grab it around the cargo hold area like this. Also want to make sure I swoosh it in this mode for you as well, although it does get quite large, so like you can quite literally poke an eye out. Be careful. And overall, it has a lot of great play features, especially for its target audience. These engines on the backside are probably the least accurate in terms of looking like the source material. They kind of get like too skinny towards the end here. I'll throw up a picture for comparison as well. But they're a little bit bulkier on the source material and even on the previous version of this LEGO set from 2016. There's a cockpit area in the center that you can access by lifting the windscreen. And the way that you open that is actually by pushing this little Technic pin forward. It lifts it up a little bit and you can swing it up the rest of the way. You can technically grab it with your hands too, but honestly, like, I don't know if it's like that I don't have enough grip, but I was trying to film something single-handedly for a YouTube short and I couldn't like lift it with one hand. I think I was trying to get too close to the edge because it is a little bit sunken into the ship itself. So I think that's where that comes in handy, like nice little smooth mechanism like that. There's a sticker detail right here for the control panel. I actually think that looks kind of cool, a little more different than the typical control panel that we get in other Star Wars sets. Really, my main gripe with this cockpit is that Cassian can't really sit in here. Like, you attach him with the 4 studs. You have to like lay him back like so, you know, like you can't sit him up because he's going to hit the windscreen. So you've got to like lean him back. It just kind of looks like he's laying down in there, which does look a little odd. I do also wish there could have been room in there for K2. I mean, yeah, that's obviously that was never going to work, but I just wanted to see like what a kid might try to do, right? So yeah, this Lego set only seats one minifigure comfortably in the cockpit. And probably the best thing to note here is that the windscreen is printed. I absolutely loathe when they make you put stickers on the windscreens, and I'm just like, why? This is the worst. So it's nice that it's printed, albeit it does suffer from the fact that the whites don't match up, you know, like this is obviously a little see-through compared to the brick. I actually don't think I've ever seen a printed windscreen, or even like, see how it's hard to lift up? I don't think I've ever seen a printed windscreen or even a sticker that you place on a windscreen where the whites actually match up to the white bricks next to them. So definitely a print quality issue there. On the front of the ship right here, this yellow section is a sticker detail, and the sticker does have white, which again suffers from the mismatch to the brick part. Underneath this are two spring-loaded shooters. And actually, if you notice these tiles here that are raised, that is how you activate the spring-loaded shooters. You just push them down and yeah, they hit forward. So if you want this to stay flat like that, you want to not load the little missiles, but yeah, if you're gonna have them in there, just a fair warning that you might accidentally just like, boop. The rest of the sticker details are on the top of the ship. So we have this little square right here, these blue and white on the sides, which brings us to the wings of this ship. You know, this gives the ship the iconic shape, a U, if I may. They're very nice and sleek looking, very sharp. You can unlock from the ball joint holder here to swing them backwards, and there's a spot back here so they lock into place as well. So look at that, like how cool does this look? I know this is like a variation for the flight mode, but obviously we also see the ship like plenty of times in flight mode like this. I don't really know when they use it in this shape, like maybe it's like an attack mode or a defense mode. Also to note, you won't want to just have them hanging without locking them into place, because I think that would create stress, these hinge bricks, and it would affect the stability of the build in the long run. Taking a look at the underside, this is the cargo hold and or the passenger hold. There's two ramp style doors. You just kind of grab them from the sides and open them to access the inside. Peekaboo. And you can see right there, they're being put together by these ball joints. That's definitely one gripe I have heard about this set, is that canonically, and the last Lego set from 2016 of the U-Wing, these doors would slide to the side. So there was obviously some kind of limitation that was had by like scaling this down. Opening the doors kind of leads to another gripe, and that is that you can literally only fit one minifigure in here. Just for now, put in the ISB agent. I'm not gonna lie, it's like really hard to get them in here. Okay, Jesus Christ, that took so long. So yeah, you can really only fit one minifigure in here. I guess you can like remove this box from the center. So you can put another minifigure in there, I suppose, and you can fit two minifigures. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try to open this wing. Makes it a little more accessible, but still not the best. Okay, so removing that one box, you can fit two minifigures in there. My understanding is that the previous 2016 version of this could fit 5 people in there. That's definitely, you know, how much smaller this is now. As an adult fan of Lego, I don't know why that's gonna bother you, because it's not like you're gonna be playing around with this set and you're not gonna be able to fit all of your characters on the inside. There's also this window under here, but it doesn't really do anything. There's also this like ramp on the backside, and I guess you can store extra pieces in here. Like if you wanna throw in some blasters, I don't know, it's like, it doesn't go that deep. Like if you could see like my finger, how far that's going in there. Maybe put this block in there. Doesn't that kind of look like a happy face? I always think that when I see this part. There you go. So you can store some stuff back there, which I can always appreciate when you can fit like all of the accessories of a Lego set into like storage compartments, just so you can keep all your accessories together. So yeah, there's all the blasters in there. I think that covers the set. I'll reiterate again, I think that this is a great set. It was a fun and satisfying build, and it has really fun play features for its intended audience, which is 8+, I think. And for the non-target audience, you know, us, it's a really great selection of minifigures and a display-worthy set. So I am bringing out this acrylic stand from Tricked Out Bricks. No, they did not send this to me for free. I just like their products. But yeah, I think this actually looks really great on a stand. So for the adult fan of Lego, this is a set that looks great on a display. Here is the ship on the display with the wings swung all the way backward. I don't see why somebody would want to display it like this though. It just takes up so much space with the wingspan. Quite honestly though, even if you don't have a stand for this, I think it actually looks okay just sitting on his own. It looks like it's in landing mode. As far as the $70 price tag goes, I would wait for a sale. As I mentioned earlier, I am going to buy this Lego set because I want a sealed copy for my collection. Because I love the show and because I love the box art, I also have a sealed copy of the Ambush on Ferrix Lego set. But yeah, I'm not in any hurry to get it, and I'll probably wait to get it. Maybe once I see the price tag get closer to like $50. I think there is a lot of value here though in comparison to some other Lego Star Wars $70 sets that we have seen recently. Like, what am I thinking of? The Home One MIDI scale ship. So here's two other sets that Lego Star Wars have released recently that were $70 retail price. I know they're 18+ sets, I know they're MIDI scale, but I still really don't see these sets, either of them, worth the $70 price tag. And so in that sense, when you compare this, I do think this has a lot more value in it. I'm not counting the helmets because I'm just trying to keep it to the ships. Another $70 place scale ship that released recently was the ARC 170. I don't have that one anymore. I already gave it away. I give a lot of my Lego sets away once I'm done reviewing them. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you've made it this far, please give this video a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you around here. Okay, bye!